Is Poppy ready for a haul video? Are you ready for a haul? Yes. Yes, she is. Ooh, you're kind of ugly close up. Well, hello there all. Retro Rob here, and it is time for another haul video. Today it's because I got this from Shop Goodwill. This is an entire box of Atari stuff. It came out to about $85 delivered, and I think it was an incredibly good deal because there's one game in here that pays for the most, almost all of the lot actually, by itself. And I'm super excited to get it because it's one of my holy grail games. But we're gonna go through this whole box. So I probably won't be doing like the cut-ins where I do like videos of the game because there's just so much in here. I've also got a couple of Nintendo Switch games to show you and 2 joysticks. So let's get going. I'm gonna change the camera angle. All right, first item is this Atari 2600 VCS. That's right. It's looking a little rough. I hope it works. But it's not the main reason why I bought this lot at all. What I would like to do with it is I would like this to be the one that I have as the playable Atari when I go to conventions. Because, you know, I have that Atari display. And I usually use the Sears Arcade 2. But that Sears Arcade 2, it takes a bit of a beating at the shows. I mean, most people, like 99% of people, are really good with this stuff, but there's that 1%, and because that's kind of a rare console, I don't really want people beating on it. So I'm gonna keep it on display so people can see it, and we're gonna put up a little blurb about it, but when you're actually playing an Atari, it'll be this one, probably not with these joysticks. But anyway, it came with 4 joysticks. 2 of them looked nice, like these, so good chance they might work. 50-50 really. And then it came with these 2 beaters. What I do is if these don't work, I usually try to use the beaters to repair them. And then if they do work though, then I take the cords off of these so that I can use them for custom joysticks. And I was gonna do a custom joystick build one of these days for the Atari 2600 because it's super simple to do. Otherwise I wouldn't do it. But those cords are great for it. Anyway, did come with the power supply. And it came with these, and I am so ticked about this because that, yeah, they got a rattle to them. And there's this, and I didn't notice it in the pictures. And this came packaged really, really well for Shop Goodwill. So I don't think it was damaged in transit. I think it was already there, and I just didn't notice it. So that's a bummer, but if they work, right? And I can put them on display, so use them as a beater. It happens. Okay, also, these came with it, 2 of these. I wish it would have came with more, but these cubes, actually, I'll probably end up selling. People like these. You know, it only gets like $5-10, but people like these. My uncle actually used to have like between 24 and 30 of these to hold his Atari cartridges. And he had a huge collection, but, you know, yeah. I don't know what else to say about that, but he's no longer with us, so won't be able to give them to him. So I'll probably sell that to help offset costs for this lot. And in fact, many of the games in here are going to go. Like almost all the games I'll probably put up for sale, except for 2 of them, and maybe 3 of them. But one of them is like the whole reason I bought the lot. So hang in there, it's coming. All right, so let's get started. We'll start a big pile here. Number 1 is Berserk, which is a very good port for the Atari 2600. I've covered Berserk and its upgraded version on Sorry Atari, so if you want to see more about that, definitely check out that Sorry Atari. I'll probably link to the playlist. We also have Donkey Kong. Not such a good port for the Atari 2600. I've got 2 of them, so I'll show you this one. And they're, you know, that's a little beat up, but not terrible, right? Not terrible. So again, I think I'll probably get 2 separate lots out of these, and then I'm going to sell some of the better stuff individually. We got Asteroids. Whoever owned this had a fairly decent taste in games, I think. We've got Frogger, which also I've done on Sorry Atari. Looks pretty good, actually. Good cover. I might check that against my current copy and keep the better of the two. We've got Vanguard for the Atari 2600. Also, I've covered this on Sorry Atari. It's a good shooter, though. It's actually, I've liked, you know, it's grown on me over the years. It actually was not one of my favorite games for the Atari 2600, but over the years, it's really kind of grown on me. And of course, sorry, I've been whipping it around here. We've got River Raid. This one I am probably going to keep, and I'm probably going to add it to the selection that I bring to conventions because it's a good game. And I generally do bring some good games to it, but I generally try not to bring like the really like the popular Activision stuff because they can get kind of expensive. But River Raid is not terribly expensive, and I think people will like it. So be a good one to bring along. You're gonna get sick of seeing Combat. Got Combat here. Look at that one. I always wonder like the story behind people's collections, you know, when they turn in. Is this like two separate people turned in Atari stuff and they just combined it? Or did it happen like the way my uncle's collection ended towards the end? Because he held on to the Atari for a long time. Other people would give him their collections. Like I gave Jeff a large section of my collection when I stopped doing Atari, and he added it to his. So he had a bunch of duplicates. Next, we have Chopper Command. Great freaking game. Absolutely love it. And this one might end up... I'm probably going to sell it, to be honest, because I really do want to make some of the money back from this. But we'll see how it goes. Sorry about the background beeps and stuff. Next, we have Defender, which I actually didn't think I had, but I do have a copy of it. It's, you know, it's odd. We were really disappointed with Defender when it came out on the 2600 in my neighborhood. That said, you know, it's kind of held up to time. I don't know what I was expecting out of it when I was a kid, you know? It seems to play fine, you know? Got nothing bad to say about it. It was an okay arcade port. Someday I'll even cover it. Golf. Believe it or not, I don't think I have this game, so I'm going to add it to my collection. Because, that's right, I've got 2 copies of Golf. I never did learn how to play this game. I think my uncle had it, but for some reason we just never played it. I don't think he liked it too much. Next, we got a favorite of my family, Entombed. We used to call it Edom Bed, and not like, we did it like kind of ironically. We knew it was wrong. We just, I don't know why. You know, look at the Quaker Oats company making games. Isn't that crazy? But that's actually a really good game, especially if you got more than one person to play it with. Next, Warlords, which is actually a really good Atari game, honestly. You know, no complaints. 4 players in the corners, kind of a, you know, kind of a breakout style game. It's good stuff. You should try it if you haven't. This one, Pac-Man. You know what? We were too young and stupid to know this game wasn't very good. But honestly, we didn't hate it. We used to have Pac-Man marathons. There is a, here's another one, by the way. There's actually a pattern that you can do in this game, and you can just play until you just can't play anymore. And we used to have marathons to see how long we could do that. Crazy. All right, ready? Another good one here. Space Cavern. And this one will be worth a few bucks, and I will sell it because I already have a copy of Space Cavern. Look at the art on that, though. Really good artwork, right? Come on. Can't complain about that. It's beautiful. Don't complain. It's nice. Favorite of my dad's. Here we go. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Used to play this with my dad absolutely constantly. We must have played it like almost every day for like a year or 2. Absolutely love the game. It's great to play with a friend, you know, because it uses 2 joysticks. So one plays the player, and the second joystick handles your inventory. I know, right? That's crazy. I know. That one will get a Sorry Atari eventually too. Not that copy. I've already got a good copy of it. Here we go. Moon Patrol. Like I said, whoever had this collection had a pretty nice Atari collection. You very often get a bunch of garbage, but this is actually quite nice. So we got Moon Patrol. It looks very nice. I am going to confirm that this is worse than the one I have, but I think I've got a box copy, honestly. But we'll see. Yeah, you know when I'm lying? When I say honestly, I'm totally lying. It's not true. I'm lying about that. Football. Football. A lot of front labels here. That's good. Wish my collection was that good. I actually don't have anything bad to say about that version of football. A lot of people who like football games hate that game, but I don't really like football games that much. So it's a great football game for me. We used to play that a lot too. Breakout. If you don't know what this is, well, it's fun. You hit a ball and knock out blocks. You probably know this. Go look it up. Goodness sake. Am I your mom? Next we have Joust. Oh yeah. See, front. Nice looking copy of Joust, right? This is actually a very good game on the Atari 2600 too. Very enjoyable. Pretty sure I have it on the 2600. Should do a video on that eventually. We're getting to the nitty gritty here, folks. We got pole position, Atari 2600. Look at that. Look at that beauty. My wife used to play this game. She was just telling me yesterday when I was taking a look at this for the first time. She's like, oh, I used to play pole position. I'm like, she didn't say it like that. She just said, I used to play pole position. She didn't say, I used to play pole position. She's not French. I used to play pole position. Anyway, I'm losing it. Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. Actually a very good game. Super common though. I'm kind of surprised. I'd be surprised if I get $5 for it, to be honest. Seriously. It's just not worth a bunch. All right, here we go. This is one game that I wanted for a while and don't have. It's Bugs. I'll be covering this one on Sorry Atari soon. I have not played it ever in my life, so pretty excited to try that one out. I'm probably lying. There's probably video of me playing it, right? I'm losing it. Losing it. All right, here we go. You ready? You ready for why I bought the entire lot? Here it is. Star Wars, the arcade game for the Atari 2600. Hopefully this works. Don't worry. At the end of this, I'm going to plug it in and test it, and we'll all know together. But I bought the entire lot for this. This is about a $60 to $70 game. So for an $85 lot, and that's delivered, you know, I can afford to fudge quite a bit. But yeah, I sure hope this works, because this is one fabulous Atari 2600 game. All right, I've got a few. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to show you the other joysticks first real quick. All right, here we've got 2 Wico command controls in box. That's right. Not in one box, they're in separate boxes, but take a look at that. You got the joystick. You've got, I don't know if you can hear Poppy. Poppy, what the hell? Wait. Look at her. She's nuts. Stop being nuts. Stop it. Where was I? As I said, 2 Wico command controls. One of them has a manual. The other one does not, unfortunately. But these were some of the most popular joysticks of the Atari era. I mean, these are just, they're built like freaking bricks. They're just epic. I've already used both of them just to test them out, and both of them worked fine, which is expected. I don't think I've ever got a Wico that didn't actually work. I've gotten a couple that would act not quite right, but after cleaning they were fine. But really, these are some of the best dang joysticks in existence, and really like them. Anyway, real quick, I'll just read the description. You've spent a great deal of money for your video game system. That didn't age well. Now, Wico's command control joystick can make the game more fun, even makes you a better player. It's the key to accuracy and incredible control. It's the first arcade joystick ever designed for home use. Let me reread that. It's the first arcade joystick ever designed for home use. Wico brings 42 years of experience, it's like 80 some now, and know-how to the development of command control. Wico is the world's largest designer and manufacturer of control devices for the commercial arcade games. If you've ever played an arcade video game, chances are you've used a Wico joystick. Wow, I know. Let's go on. Next, I've got this joysticks mod case. By the way, I have actually contacted them about how to pronounce joysticks. So it is joysticks, not joysticks, not je suis, joysticks. Anyway, mod case for Steam Deck. If you watch this channel regularly, you may know already that I have one of these for my Ally X. I really like it. So I got one for my Steam Deck. Not that I'm into just buying these things all the time, but unfortunately, I peed all over this one. No, it's curry sauce. Believe it or not, I got curry sauce all over my cover, and it won't come out because I'm a slob. So I'm gonna replace it with I'm gonna replace my current one with this one, so it doesn't look yucky. And I will never do white again. How did I not know that? I've run into this before. Not curry though. I'm just a slob. That's right. It's Joe Aniki, which means something like little brother or big brother. I can't remember. It is. It's absolutely a great shooter. Yeah, it is. It's we show it at like almost every gaming convention. Because it's fairly humorous. It's probably it's a bit like Parodius, you know, if you're into like, you know, like that Gradius one-off. It's about the same kind of thing, and it's pretty fun. And they released it on PlayAsia, and sure as heck I was gonna get it, right? I also got here PlayAsia stickers, which. Yeah, those are nice. Didn't take too long to ship either. I always love when I don't pre-order. I've got a lot of pre-orders out there right now that are just going nowhere. Boulder Dash and Boulder Dash Deluxe. This is a side effect of the episode of Guys, Games, and Beer where we were talking about games where you dig. I think Tom mentioned Boulder Dash. One of the guys mentioned Boulder Dash, and all of a sudden I'm like, I bet they have that for the Switch, and they sure do. I think I've played one of these on the channel, not on the Switch, but on one of the other platforms. And you know, Boulder Dash, if you don't know, it's a digging game where you basically try to collect gems and then not get squashed by boulders as you dig out trying to get to the gems. There's also enemies and such. You can drop boulders on them. It's a pretty solid game, actually, and the remake that I played, I think, was this one. 30th anniversary, and as I recall, it's pretty acceptable. I liked it. Next, Snow Bros Wonderland. That's right, it's Snow Bros Wonderland. I kind of wanted to do this one for a while for the retro remakes segments. I had heard about it. I heard it was okay, but not necessarily amazing. So I did grab it. And you can expect this on one of the retro remakes episodes eventually. Who knows? I'm about a year behind on those, so we'll see it by sometime in 2027 probably. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Oh wait, one more thing. I forgot about it. Look at that. Atari released a USB adapter with the Atari branding on it. How about that? So I ordered one. Okay, now really, I'm done. Oh, by the way, this is like $6. All right, you ready for this? Atari Star Wars. Oh, hell yes. That's great. And that wraps it for this Atari-centric haul video. I really hope you enjoyed it. My absolute favorite thing in this, obviously, is Star Wars, the arcade game over there. Oops. I have not actually had that game since I was a kid. The second time that I started collecting Atari in my like 30s, I never did get it again because it was already getting kind of expensive and more difficult to find. So I'm super happy that I have that game. I'll definitely be doing that one on Sorry Atari very soon. Pretty happy with that haul altogether. Let me know what your favorite thing is, or if you picked up something really cool in the comments down below. Thank you much. Thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in a couple days. Bye.
Let's roll up, here's our guy, playing games from days gone by. But all his skills, they make us sigh. Put in play, we can't deny. Let's roll up, let's roll up. Why the zero in your name? Focus lost, jokes don't lay. But we love you just the same. Retro gaming's his delight, but his focus takes a flight. Bad jokes, they fill the night. Yeah, we watch him, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright. Why the zero in your name? Focus lost, jokes so lame. But we love you just the same. From Atari to NES, he plays them all, we must confess. Though his skills are not the best, Retro Rob, you passed the test.